Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I want to talk about this week's Parsha a little bit and the Haftorah. So this week's Parsha is Parsha Vayigash. And in Parsha Vayigash, we have the story of Yehuda coming to Yosef, and we have the whole story about how he tells him, his father's old and he has one brother left, and he tells him the whole story of, what happened and what was going on in his house. And at the end of all of this, we have a reconciliation. We see that Yosef, it says, "V'lo yachol Yosef leitapek l'chol nitzavim alav ve'ikra ve'yotziu et kol hanashim me'alav," and he calls everyone to come out. He calls everyone to leave the room, and Yosef reveals himself to the brothers. And after he reveals himself, we have, everybody kisses each other, and you have a whole story of reconciliation. Vayinashek l'chol achav, he kisses all of his brothers. Vayefka lehem, and he cries on them or with them. And you have the story of reconciliation. And if you look at the Haftorah for this week's Parsha, it's in Yechezkel, and it's in Perek Lamed Zayin, and it's the story of taking the two sticks, one that says Yehuda and one that says Yosef or Ephraim. I'll read it inside. V'ata ben adam kach lecha eitz echad uchtov alav veYehuda. Right on the first stick Yehuda u'lebnei Yisrael chaverav. U'lekach eitz echad uchtov alav leYosef eitz Ephraim v'chol beit Yisrael chaverav. And we have this story of where he has to take two sticks, and one he writes Yehuda and one he writes Ephraim, which symbolizes Yosef. And obviously the Mesader Haftarot had in mind here that the story of reconciliation that we have with Yosef and Yehuda and the whole story of the brothers is the same that we have here in Yechezkel. And if you continue in the Psukim of Yechezkel, later on in the Haftorah, it talks about all of Bnei Israel doing tshuva and the Yeshua coming and of the Geula. It says, I'll read you the Psukim. V'daber aleim ko amar Adonai Elohim, hinei ani lokech et bnei Yisrael miben hagoyim asher halchu sham v'kibatzti otam misaviv v'aveti otam el admatam. Hashem brought us back to our land. V'atziti otam legoy echad ba'aretz. And there's a whole story. They become pure of all the tumah that they were doing, of all the avodah zarah, and we have the story of the Geula here. And it seems like when you look at the story in Vayigash, the story of the brothers, it's a long-standing rivalry between Yehuda and Yisrael. You can even bring it back to Rachel and Leah. And then in the future, what's going to happen is Hashem's going to bring us together, and there's going to be a tshuva, and at the end, the Mashiach is going to come. And it seems like what the Navi is trying to tell us, and the Psukim are trying to tell us, is that in order for us to have the Geula and for Mashiach to come, we need to have some kind of achdut, of coming together, of Yehuda and Yisrael, and the Shvatim coming together. And if you look in the Psukim, Radak says when they bring the sticks together, L'cha le'etz echad, to become one. And Radak says that achar kach tikrev otam echad el echad v'ayu b'yadcha shnehem yachad ki'ilu hem etz echad, as if it's one tree, one stick, one piece of wood. And it's teaching us that really the idea of achdut and coming together is very, very important in Klal Yisrael. And I think we can apply it now with the war. We had a lot of different views, different opinions, different types of people, and really, unfortunately, took a war. But you can see how many people Am Yisrael come together, Haredi, Chiloni, all types of people, Jews in America and Israel. And you really, really see the reconciliation. And Be'ezrat Hashem, this will also bring to a tshuva shlema and geula shlema b'mihera b'yameinu.
Amen. Shkoch. Thank you very much. All right, same time, same place tomorrow. Have a good night.